A lethal storm brings flood fears and trip disruption. A lorry motorist has died after his vehicle was blown in addition to 2 others in West Lothian by high winds which have actually swept throughout Scotland. Transport Scotland has actually informed individuals to avoid travelling on the roads, and Network Rail has closed down all train solutions. The rest of the UK is braced as the hurricane, with 100 miles per hour winds, rockets south. Thousands of residences have been vacated in Essex as the East Shore prepares for the worst tidal rise in 30 years. The setting company has 28 severe flood cautions in place in Wales and the eastern of England. Significant citizens should be gotten ready for flooding. The agency anticipates 3,000 homes to be swamped within the following 24 hours. Prime Minister David Cameron tweeted that he was guaranteeing all government departments and firms were doing all they could to aid with the storm. Cops in Scotland warned vehicle drivers of ongoing occurrences due to dropped plants, flash flooding, rescinded HGVs and slight roadway collisions. Various other locations and services had an effect on feature. An airplane which diverted to Newcastle because of strong winds was struck by lightning as it landed at the airport. 100,000 houses in Scotland are now without energy due to interruption induced by the storm. Northern Ireland Electric Energy points out there are 6,500 customers without energy. Network Rail has actually cancelled all trains in Scotland and is advising visitors to expect delays in North and Eastern England. Virgin Trains points out no trains will run north of Carlisle until additional notification an onward trip by any sort of methods could not be ensured. East Coast says it will certainly run a revised schedule. The Humber Bridge in Humberside is closed in both directions as a result of strong winds. In North Wales, emergency situation teams are preparing for flooding. A rescue centre is being placed on standby in case people need to be in motion. Flood evacuations. Firefighters are evacuating 2,500 houses in Jaywick, near Clapton-on-Sea in Essex. Essex's main fire officer David Johnson pointed out surges are expected to get to half a metre over the seawall surface. We cannot compel folks to leave their homes yet. Our suggestions would be for people to start leaving now. On the other hand, Norfolk police are seeing families likely to be affected by flooding and presently prepare to evacuate 600 houses. The setting firm claimed the North Sea coastline from Northumberland to the Thames estuary went to risk. In addition to 28 serious alerts, the agency has more than 100 flood cautions and informs in position. Those most likely to be influenced include West Mersea in Essex, Southwold and Thorpeness in Suffolk, the Riverside Business Playground and Lowestoft, Suffolk, and along the Bure and Yare streams in Great Yarmouth. He pointed out, one of the most essential thing actually is that along the east coastline, the high tide will be hitting in the hours of darkness this night and tonight, so people actually need to take the daylight hours today to plan for the coastal and tidal flooding that we're forecasting. We've been collaborating with the Emergency Situation Solutions for the go on 24 hours or so gearing up for this occasion. Wildlife wardens in Lincolnshire are readying to safeguard seal dogs from high tides after lots perished in a tidal rise 2 years ago. In some spots sea levels might be as high as those during the devastating floods of 1953, although flood defenses created ever since indicated several components of the country were now much better shielded, the setting firm said. Flights cancelled. In Scotland, the Scottish Environment Security firm has given out 11 flood warnings for Central, Edinburgh and Lothians, Fife, and Skye and Lochaber. The Met Workplace has actually taped gusts of 106 miles per hour at Gleenogle and Stirlingshire and 114 miles per hour on the inclines of Aonach Moor near Feet William. Areas under the Met Workplace is brownish-yellow. Be prepared. Warning are Central, Tayside and Fife, East Midlands, East of England, Grampian, Highlands and Islands, North East England, North West England, Orkney and Shetland, South West Scotland, Lothian and Borders, Strathclyde, and Yorkshire and Humber. This warning indicates likely travel hold-ups from roadway and rail closures, power cuts and damages to properties. London and South East England, Northern Ireland, Wales, and West Midlands have been put under a yellow warning. This tells folks in the area to be aware of the possibility of intense weather and to expect some disruption to their tasks and travel plans. Glasgow, Edinburgh and Aberdeen airports have actually all cancelled a variety of trips, while travellers at Leeds Bradford Airport have actually been alerted to expect delays. Health conditions around the UK are anticipated to have actually boosted by the weekend break.